Okay, folks, it's your buddy Mike Messier. It's a late night subscriber requested rant, but something that I've been thinking of recently. Recently had a Facebook post about this topic of audio, conflicting audio issues, public rudeness when it comes to audio. So let me take on all these topics. I'll give an overview. Yesterday, I posted on social media, kind of as a half joke. I said, it should be legal and encouraged to punch people in the face who use their computers or devices in public without the use of earbuds or a headset. Now, obviously, something spurred me to have such a take. I was in a wonderful establishment, Panera Bread, which I go to quite often in, and a gentleman was in there kind of watching his little computer and watching some type of YouTube video, blaring the audio at full blast. Now, we've all experienced this, folks. We know that our laptops they do not have great audio. So if you're on your laptop and you're watching some type of fucking video, for the most part, it's hard to hear anything. Hence, people either blast the computer full blast, or if they have an ounce of intelligence in their system, they go out and they buy some type of earbuds or headset, which are not expensive. I mean, you can go to the $5 and below store or the even the Dollar Tree store, and you can get yourself earbuds. If you go online, you can get a really decent pair for less than $20 that would satisfy your needs. $8 for some earbuds. The point is, why am I so adamant that people should be using earbuds or headphones or something? The point is, nobody wants to hear your fucking TV or your computer or your conversation. People that Skype in public need to be shot in the fucking head and left for dead, metaphorically. It's just rudeness. I think some people in their lives, it's a term that I use called witnessing. They feel that everyone needs to witness them. And you might be saying, well, gee whiz, Mike, aren't you doing a goddamn YouTube video? Yes, I am. But I'm doing that. And you have the choice whether or not to watch. And I'm glad you're here watching. But I'm not going into the middle of the goddamn Panera Bread and just, doing a fucking monologue or doing a rant. I'm minding my own business, and on my own terms I'm creating these videos, and on your own terms you're watching them. And if you're in a public place, I guess as a selfish fuck I should say, yeah, go ahead and don't use earphones so all the people in there can hear my wonderful voice. But what I think is that people should use earbuds and headsets. Now, a subscriber, AJ, was relating to me his own angst and his own issue, that he's visiting his aunt. His aunt is very sickly, and AJ's going over there and helping her do the household chores, feed the plants. I believe she's adopted 6 orphan children. Now, most people just donate the money to these orphanages overseas and get the letter in the mail that says, "Thank you for adopting me." This woman actually imported these children to her home. These children that don't speak a word of English, she's imported them. Now she's come down with some type of immune disorder or something. AJ goes over there, helps to feed these 6 children. They don't speak a word of English. They're used to hunting deer. They have to be instructed that the neighborhood cats and dogs are not deer and they cannot hunt them. There was an incident. We can't really discuss that. But AJ is trying to help with this situation, and after a long day of feeding these hut children, he settles into the couch. He makes one of the hut children sleep on the floor so he can take the couch for 20 minutes, and puts his head down on the little fucking couch, and suddenly he's interrupted by Tupac Shakur, "Keep Your Head Up," and NWA, "Fight the Power," Public Enemy, uh, Fight the Power, NWA, all these rap musicians are alarming him, and he doesn't know where the music is coming from, but it's coming from down the street. There's a sect of one of the Los Angeles street gangs have invaded the neighborhood in Minnesota. They're trying to set up a sect right there in Minnesota. And my friend is so concerned and confused because he's just trying to teach these hut children about how wonderful America is and trying to teach them English. And suddenly they have Wesley Snipes and Mario Van Peebles having a gunfight in the neighborhood. So it's all very distressing to him. And AJ's simple point is, why do people feel the need to blast the rap music so loudly? And I think it's this. I think it's people who feel that they're not being listened to, want you to hear the music they're playing because it's a form of listen to me. I demand to be seen. I demand to be heard. So going back to the coffee house, folks, I'm just sick of people Skyping in public without earphones. The fucking Panera Bread, the coffee house, the Starbucks, these are not your fucking personal offices. You're not paying rent there, you fuck. You have to have a little public goddamn decency. The worst, I believe it was this past week, believe it or not, I think on Monday, I made an hour-long trip to a coffee house. I wanted to explore it. I got there. The coffee house was very nice. They had coffee. They even had ice cream. And I'm sitting there at a big table doing my work for about 30 or 40 minutes. And then this fucking people come in. This lady, this gentleman joins her. And of course, they're doing some type of fucking office work. And they are Skyping a third party. And of course, because it's two of them on the same computer, oh, we couldn't figure out how to use two sets of headphones on this computer. We couldn't get an audio splitter. We couldn't get two sets of, earbuds into an audio splitter. I mean, things that for me are just intelligent things to do and courteous things to do. The typical asshole is not going to do that. That's beyond the grasp of most people. Oh, there's other people in this coffee house trying to do their goddamn thing. Let me be considerate. Let me get me some audio fucking earbuds. People are just not considerate. They're fucking assholes. And that's why I said that you should be able to punch them in the fucking face. Now, is that a joke on my part? It's a half joke. The reality is I'm kind of serious. Like, people say, oh, he's just kidding. He's being wry. Actually, I'm not, because it does piss me off that people are such fucks that they have to speak loudly in public and bother me and disturb me and not realize we're sharing a common space. Let me finish up on this. So this nice gentleman, this Facebook friend of mine, he says something to the effect of course, he's got to be contrarian to me. He says, well, you could obviously just use earbuds yourself and ignore them. Well, no offense. And I'm not calling the guy an asshole because I'm sure he's not. But it's like, to me, I'm sorry. I don't know where you're from, where you can just ignore things that are loud and obnoxious. I can't do that. I can't ignore audio. And throwing another layer of audio into my own fucking head with another set of earbuds is just making the problem worse. And before you say anything about fucking whatever the fuck, what they call noise resistant or noise destroying fucking earphones, those don't fucking work. They create like some weird loud background white noise, which just fucks you up in the head. The noise canceling earphones, by the way, you can leave a comment or a question if you want. So don't tell me about noise canceling earphones. They're the biggest scam of shit going. Okay. So what else? Conflicting audio issue. You ever been to a restaurant or a coffee house or anything? You go in there and you hear some type of fucking music they play for the pedestrians, which is typically something like classic rock or soft rock. They're playing that music for you, me, and every other asshole customer in there. Then you settle into your chair, you order your overpriced drink or food, you sit in your fucking chair, and suddenly you hear something else, and you're like, what kind of song is this? Then you realize there's another fucking song, probably something more contemporary, a Taylor Swift, a Katy Perry, some type of hip hop number, Beyonce, somebody, someone, and that music is coming from the goddamn kitchen, where the staff, which is typically college kids, they are listening to their own music, and they have to have their own fucking music in the kitchen to listen to, while the patrons listen to the homogenized fucking customer music. Now, all well and fucking good, except every time that fucking kitchen door opens, and sometimes even when it's closed, I, having good hearing, can clearly hear the other fucking music in the goddamn kitchen while I can hear the goddamn music for the fucking customers. Now, assholes and idiots, I've said to people that work at these stores, I've brought this issue up. They never seem to fully understand it or appreciate it. They never seem to get the fucking problem that this is a goddamn audio issue, a conflicting audio issue, a CAI. It's asshole and idiot. I can hear the goddamn music you're playing for yourself in the kitchen while I can hear the goddamn music you're playing for all the customers in the seating area. And it's uncomfortable for me to hear two sets of music at once. And I don't know if it's a millennial fucking thing or whatever the fuck, but these idiots never seem to understand this concept. Asshole, I can hear two melodies. I can hear two choruses. I can hear a guitar solo in a song, and the other song has a piano or whatever the fuck. And these fucking idiots, I don't know if it's just that their brains are formed differently or they were born with a cell phone coming out of their asshole, that they just have no fucking uh, resistance to listening to two sets of music at once. Like it's just an everyday occurrence that, oh, I can listen to my music and another song at the same time. I've seen assholes and fucks go into places, public venues. There's music playing overhead, and these fucks will play their own goddamn music through their phone or whatever fucking device they have on speaker and force everyone else to listen to two forms of music at once. It's ridiculous. It's absurd. It's fucking obnoxious, and it upsets me. And it's the decline of fucking society. And people don't want to think about these things because, yes, we have Brian Laundrie on the loose chopping up people. He's probably trying to find O.J. Simpson so they can form a buddy killer team. We have horrible worldwide things happening, diseases. We have borders. We have politics. Everyone hates everyone. The world's going to shit in a nutshell. But to me, if I can't go to the goddamn coffee house and just listen to one type of fucking music, I mean, here's a fucking revolutionary idea. You could just play no music in places like this. Like if every asshole and fuck can't get along and agree on some type of fucking music to listen to as the background, turn the fucking music off. You know what I mean? If every asshole in there needs to put their fucking headphones in and be in their own goddamn little world and can't share the fucking audio, let's turn all the fucking music off for a couple of weeks and see what the fuck happens. Well, but there's a rider on this situation. You have to put earphones in your fucking head if you're going to put some music on. So there you go, folks. I think I've expressed myself thoroughly. I think I've told people why, out of polite fucking kindness and respect for just humanity. If you're the type of asshole that's been living your life, going to the coffee houses, having Skype conversations, thinking that if you sat in the corner and you put the audio on low, you could have some goddamn Skype conversation without the benefit of earbuds. If you're too cheap to fucking buy some earbuds, go to the goddamn dollar store, go to the goddamn Dollar General, Sears, Roebuck, Woolworths, Pennies, whatever the fuck. Get yourself anywhere will sell you a pair of fucking headphones. Stop polluting the fucking environment of audio. It's upsetting to me. It's upsetting to AJ. It's upsetting to the Hut children that his aunt is adopted from all these countries. You know what I mean? She's put together this family of these children. You know what I mean? So the reality is just polite fucking society, folks. Put the goddamn thing, the earbuds in your ear. We have a comment here. Sky Barton has a wonderful comment. Hi, how are you doing today? Well, okay, Sky, I appreciate that. I had a very productive day, Sky. I did a lot of that stuff that's like not glamorous. You know what I mean? Like The stuff that it's not like, oh my God, this got accomplished today. Holy shit. It's like, I did something today. I got a flu shot. I went to the chiropractor. I made an appointment. You know what I mean? Like the nuts and bolts. Not every day is going to be a 9-star general, Sky Barton, as you know. Some days are just efficiency days. Like, okay, today I did these nuts and bolts things that are going to help me down the line. I made an appointment that was important. I did this. I washed a fucking load of laundry. I walked the dog. You know, I did things that were important to life that maybe aren't sexy or fascinating. You know what I mean? It goes back to my thing, Sky Barton. There are big days and there are dig days. This is, you know, my old workout thing. When you're going to the gym, when you're trying to either, you know, get in better shape, lose weight, put on muscle, whatever, you're going to have days at the gym which are a big day. You went, you lifted all this fucking weight, you did all these reps, all these goddamn wonderful things, and that's a big day. Some days, though, and more days than not, really, especially when you're getting started, you have what I call a day where you really didn't want to go to the gym, but you forced yourself and you got in there. You really didn't want to do cardio, but you forced yourself and you did it. You really didn't want to eat like a nice fucking meal with good food, like vegetables and fruit. You wanted that fast food drive through, but you made the right eating choice. Uh, but you did all this stuff like against your nature. Like you wanted to just eat all that fucking fast food. You wanted to skip the gym. I call it big days and dig days. The dig days are the days when you got 10 minutes of exercise in when you could have had none. The dig days are when you ate a slightly better meal than you could have had. You could have eaten a whole big pizza. This guy is urinating over there. I'm going to honk. I just honked at that fuck because he was outside urinating in a fucking bush. So I honked. There's this guy out there, and he was urinating publicly onto the lawn, and I honked at him. So he pivoted his body to point his agenda, male penis, into the bush at least. So I just did that for society. And he got the hint, you know. He didn't run. I mean, he still has to urinate, so I'll let him live. Now he's running around. He's skipping to his. What the fuck is this kid doing? He's running to the parking lot. I don't know if he's a drunkard, but I mean, just weirdos in this society we live in. So any fucking way, that's it, folks. Conflicting audio issues. Stu Barton, Sky Barton, say hello to Stu for me. AJ with the assist, the Tony Schiavone to my Jim Ross. I hope it's a Friday night here in live time, folks. You're always welcome to watch the replays. It's a Friday night. We have the whole weekend to fuck up, as I like to say. I will be doing an AEW apologist video for the Monty and the Pharaoh YouTube channel tomorrow at some point. Deontay Wilder and the other guy, the Tyson Fury, who I'll be honest, I don't think those two are great fighters. People think that this Deontay Wilder has a wonderful punch. I haven't watched enough of his fights, but I'm telling you, the last time I watched these two, it was a miserable affair. I'm hoping that tomorrow night's better because I have bought a ticket. I will be watching on a big screen somewhere. Anyway, folks, Sky Barton, thank you so much for checking in. Everyone's wonderful. This fuck is still running around the parking lot. He's approaching a vehicle. He's getting into the back seat. He is happy that he urinated in a public place and so forth. So subscribe to Mike Messier YouTube channel. Everyone's happy. Everyone's excited. Sky Barton says, hi, how are you doing today? What a pleasant thing to say. Mike Messier.